Last week, I got a lot of questions about LP farming fees whenever the Trump coin launched. Obviously, in my video last week, I showed you if you miss meme coins early, this is a perfect way to be able to get exposure and also be able to still make money, even though you may feel like you have missed a meme coin. If it launches, it goes to 50 million in a day. There's still a way to make money on these tokens. So in today's video, I'm going to go ahead and drop game for you guys and give you the full tutorial on what I do in Meteora liquidity pools whenever there's big volume coming through on a given launch or meme coin or even a big protocol launch that launches at a few $billion. Pengu, for example, had a really good fee farming if you were to get involved with Meteora. So in this video, I'm going to show you examples of why this works and why you should be paying attention. And then I'm going to switch over to the desk and I'm going to show you guys exactly how I play my cards in these Meteora LP pools. So let's go ahead and dive into it, guys. If you're new to this channel, by the way, like the video down below in the description and subscribe to the channel. We're coming out with videos every single day and every week here on In the Game. And a big shout out to all of our sponsors here on In the Game, from 𝗏𝗏𝗀𝗄, Moon Tropica, 𝗏𝗟𝗓, FOMO, as well as all of our trading partners, 𝗨𝗏𝗀, 𝗑𝗥, 𝗏𝗏𝗑, all in the description down below. If you need a place to trade, I would be looking at 𝗨𝗏𝗀, pardon me, because 𝗨𝗏𝗀, no KYC, really has every pair you could imagine under the sun, and that's where I do a majority of my longs and shorts. And of course, check out 𝗥𝗡𝗃. It's my platform. You can check it out down below. Best portfolio tracker in all of crypto. As well, trading is on the way for all of you degens. Now, let's flip the screen over and take a look. For example, I want to show you guys why you need to pay attention to Meteora before we even dive in when we go to the office here, and I'll go ahead and give you guys the game on how to farm fees on Meteora. And then this is one that I have done today. So right now, this is the 𝗨𝗡 token. This launched today. It basically immediately went from 0 to right now it's sitting at about $43 million market cap. If I just go over here to 𝗏𝗏𝗄𝗃, you can see here a $50 million market cap here on this token. And we'll switch over to the office here in just a second. Don't worry. That way we can go on the full screen and we can show you guys exactly what I do in these pools. But this one launched today, but I'm going to show you there has been $55 million in trading volume. What this means is you can put LP up in these pools and make fees off of the trading. So for now, I have $18,000 in this pool. As you can see, it's weighted between the 𝗨𝗏𝗀 token and Solana. And then as you see here, I've already earned $1,200 in fees. This is now, I have about almost $200 in claimable fees, $300 in claimable fees. So that'll be about $1,500. I've only been in the pool for like an hour and a half. And as you can see here right now, it is about 134% 24-hour fee TVL. So in this video, I'm going to go over exactly what I'm doing in these pools, how I play it, if I feel like a token's going to keep going up, how to try to avoid impermanent loss, and my strategy if the balance here on these tokens gets a little too one-sided. So let's go ahead and move over to the office.
All right, we are back in the office now. I'm going to walk you guys step by step through not only the basics of Meteora and exactly how it works and how you are making fee money off of these pairs, but at the same time, my strategy, because my strategy is very degen, it's risk on, but it's the best way to farm fees in a short time period. As you can see here from the videos from last night, I was able to cap off the 𝗨𝗏𝗀 token. I'm completely out of this position, completely out of everything. I liquidated the position, got all the 𝗨𝗏𝗀, I sold, and then I also claimed all of my fees. I was able to earn about almost $7,000, so $6,779, and I was only in the pool for maybe 5 hours. And I was able to claim that much fees with my liquidity position. So I'm going to go over the basics of Meteora for you guys so you understand how this is possible and how the mechanics of this works, but at the same time, how to make money with my degen strategy, because I go risk on. Like when I'm in it, I go heavy. I make sure that I'm maximizing the short-term time period where a meme coin has crazy volume. That way I have crazy upside on my fees, and then I can get out of the position and be ready for the next one. So let's go ahead and jump into it, guys. This is the Meteora homepage. As you can see, the total Meteora platform has $1.35 billion of total value locked and $132 billion in total swap volume. Like, this is backed by Jupiter, as you can see on the bottom left. Jupiter's logo. So this is a very trusted platform. The Meteora token is on the way, by the way, and all of your volume here will accredit to that. So even if you're playing with 10 SOL, doesn't matter. Like, it is worth maybe taking a SOL or two, and whenever you're into a meme coin position or you want to make some money off some volume or some fees, giving it a shot, because you can at least educate yourself on it. And then if you see a big play like a Trump, that was a huge one. As you can see here in this pool, I was able to make about $28,000 just farming fees, and I did it just in a one night time period. So when we go take a look at last night with FAFO, and you look here, there's Fartcoin, Vine, Melania, Seek, the new AI platform, their meme coin did very well. So when we're looking at the overall homepage here, let's go over the basics first, and then I'm going to get into my strategy, because I play volume and I play meme coins, because I just feel like that is the best way to make quick fees rather than sitting in it day after day. So what is LP farming on Meteora? It's the same thing we used to do in 2021. There were DeFi platforms on Phantom, Avalanche, these different chains where you LP, so you pair a coin, let's say Solana, and Jupiter, and you put up a certain amount of each coin, and you're able to make money on fees in certain liquidity pools. It's basically yield farming in a way, but this is a much more degen way, because you can actually yield farm off of the volume of meme coins, which is absolutely crazy. Like, if you don't feel like you're in the pump fund trenches, this is a great alternative for that. But another thing you can compare it to is go over to Curve, and you can see, there's $1.99 total billion in deposits here, daily volume of 546 million. It's the same thing. All they're doing is pairing up tokens, usually on the Ethereum blockchain on the Curve platform, and they're just making fees. As you can see here, the TVL, the volume, the APR, etc. You can see it's the exact same thing. People have been doing this for years. This is nothing new, but Meteora makes it so much more innovative, because the new pairs are almost available instantly, which gives you lots of upside opportunity versus things that pay out 3% over a year time period. Some of these are able to pay almost 50% a day if you are in the right pools on a hot token with high volume. So let's go over the basics here. When you're looking at a coin, first and foremost, you want to be judging volume. Volume is everything in these pools. So 24-hour volume is how it's going to be organically sorted, and that's how I would sort it personally. And then you see TVL, that's how much money are in total in all of these pools on each individual pair. And then the average 24-hour fee TVL, you can see here on the right side. So coins like FAFO, the one that I showed you as an example that I was in last night, it has a really high fee per TVL because there's not a lot of money actually locked into these pools. There's less than $1 million total dollars, whereas on Sol USDC, there's $35 million. So of course that fee is going to be less on coins with a lot more money in the pools. It's just a little more diluted, you could say. When you open up a pair here, you see bin step and fee. So first and foremost, the fee, let's start there. So the fee is how much the pool is charging the trader who is buying or selling either of these coins, Sol, USDC, using those pairs. It is the fee that they're being charged. So think of it as a user. You don't want to be, especially on a pool like this. So Solana USDC. No traders are going to be out here. Let's just go down here. Let's find a 5% fee. Okay, there's only $21,000 in this pool. Well, why is that? You would think, well, if they're garnering 5% fees off of every trade, well, that's a no-brainer. I want to go into the pool with the highest fee because I'm going to make the most money. That's not how it works. Most of the time, the ones with the highest fees have the least money in them because smart traders aren't going to take a 5% hit when they're swapping. So you need to take that into account because that's usually what a normal on-chain user isn't going to want to do, okay? So when you're looking here, the bin step is also the range of liquidity, whether it goes up, down, it's the range that you are sitting your liquidity in. So for a coin like Sol USDC, which aren't crazy volatile, like Solana's not going to go up 100% in a day, and USDC stays stable, right? So there's no risk really on that side unless we had a USDC FUD downturn or something like that. But when you click into this, you can see the base fee is only 0.02%, which, savvy traders would do that. That's fine. You're not even getting charged 0.1% on your money. This pool has $75 million in volume over the last, this is like a week. So the last 7 days, you can see here the trading volume of $75 million. And every 24 hours, this pool pays out $22,581. So pretty good pool here, but it is very diluted. So the TVL per user isn't very high. And when you go down here, you can see the max fee is 10%. You're really never going to see that happen. The dynamic fee actually can change, which is why it's called a dynamic fee. So this is just the terminology, so you guys understand what everything means. So the dynamic fee can change. If there's higher volume or volatile market conditions, this could go up. But if there's steady market conditions, the dynamic fee is more or less going to be the same as the base fee. So that is more or less the basics when you're looking at a pool like a Solana USDC. But going back, how are we making money on this? Okay, you might be wondering, well, we don't just sit our coins here with zero risk. And how exactly are we making money? Okay, so let's just go back to the Trump example, because this was a perfect example. Okay, we put a video out last week on how we were able to make money on the coin by getting it early, but also by farming fees, because the volume, that opportunity was maybe once in a lifetime. Like, that was a crazy, crazy opportunity just to be able to say, hey, like, we have a president launching a meme coin, the volume, it was unheard of. So that was a great opportunity to not only buy the token, but get involved in the LP farming. So what exactly does it mean? So whenever you put, let's say, 10 SOL and the equivalent of Trump into a pool, you are basically providing liquidity for a trader to either buy or sell. It's as simple as that. So when you look at a coin, I'm going to use FAFO, for example. We see the liquidity of this coin is $1.1 million. So let's say you put $1,000 into this. That means you are accounting for $1,000 that other players, other traders can trade with. So you're putting liquidity into the liquidity pool that depends the coin for people to be able to buy and sell the token. So how are you making money off of just putting it into the liquidity pool? Well, every single time someone buys Trump and Trump goes up, it automatically will DCA you back out into SOL, but vice versa. If Trump goes down and people are selling Trump into SOL, you're going to earn more Trump. So your Trump side is going to get heavier. So how does that work? It's very obvious. People buy Trump using SOL. Your fees are going to accumulate in SOL. And typically the balance is going to fluctuate a little bit on your Trump SOL position. But vice versa. If people are selling Trump into SOL, all of a sudden you're going to be earning Trump on your swap fees, and your Trump side is going to become heavier because more people are in demand for Solana than they are for Trump. So let's just go over here. Let's go add position, and we'll go over the 3 ways to do this and exactly how I do this. And then we're going to go over how I select coins to do this on. So going into this, there's 3 strategies that you can go with. And I'll be completely honest, my way of doing it is very basic. I really don't do the complex stuff. 90% of people on this platform are using Spot. So Spot provides a uniform distribution that's versatile and risk adjusted, so it's suitable for any type of market and conditions. This is similar to setting up a CLMM price range. So Spot, very simple. For the most part, you can go with an unbalanced approach, especially if you think, let's just say Trump you think is going to go up. You could have put a ton of Trump and then a little bit of SOL, and then it will rebalance you in DCA. Once that Trump runs out of liquidity and it gets out of your range that you're using, you will be able to then DCA back into SOL. And if you want to redistribute the position, you can. However, the more that Trump rises, it's going to DCA you out automatically into Solana. There's the curve approach, where curve is ideal for a concentrated approach that aims to maximize capital efficiency. This is a great option for stables or pairs where the price does not change very often. So you could use the curve approach in stuff like USDC, Sol, and different stable coin pairs because the volatility is a lot less. Now, the interesting one here that I think if you are betting on a meme coin that you believe is going to go up, bid ask is interesting. It's an inverse curve, typically deployed for single-sided or a DCA in or out strategy. It can be used to capture volatility, especially when the price moves out of the typical range. So let's say you were doing the Trump farming. You got in at $5, $5 billion market cap. You could have set this up to where it DCAs you out accordingly as the price rises due to the bid-ask strategy. So if you think the coin that you're farming is not only just going to garner a lot of volume, but is going to go up, you can use the bid-ask strategy and it will DCA you out accordingly as that price rises. Okay, so that is the 3 strategies. For the most part though, I go into spot. Any meme coin that I'm doing this on, I typically will establish a position. So whether I'm putting 10, 25, 30, 50 Solana into a position, I will then take about 10 to 20 to 30% of that bag, 50% of that bag even sometimes, like the 𝗩𝗡𝗡𝗏 token. I took a majority of my bag and around $40-50 million market cap, I decided that was the perfect time where the volume was super high and the volatility was a lot less. So I was able to sit in the pool for 4 or 5 hours around that $40 to $50 million market range, 40 to 60 even, and be able to farm maximum fees. So that's another thing. You need to be able to time these things to where you're not going to get liquidated. And when I say liquidated, you're not losing your money, but you are losing one side of your position. So with the Trump coin, a lot of people, when the Trump coin kept rising, they run out of Trump in their LP because everyone's using Sol. So your Sol side becomes heavy. You're making a lot of fees, but all of a sudden you're making impermanent loss. So for those of you who are new to DeFi, impermanent loss means you lose coins on one side of your LP. For the most part, you should not lose money in this perspective because people are just using their Sol to buy Trump. Let's say Trump goes up, you run out of Trump. It DCAs all into Sol. So you lose Trump coins, but you should not be down a lot of dollars in that point. But if you're trying to maximize one side or the other or trying to keep Trump tokens, the way I would do it is farm a certain amount of your stack and keep some in your wallet. That is what I did in this circumstance. But let's get into the main thing that you should be paying attention to here, which obviously volume, bin step. I think higher bin step whenever you're doing meme coins is very important because it gives you a wider range. So the price can move a little more before you're, unbalanced on your positions. But let's go over here to pools. And how would I judge what to get into? So obviously, I'm clinically on chain. I'm online all the time, and I'm looking at all the different pairs that are going live. I use 𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏 and I use Pump Vision. So I'll go ahead and I'll pull up my 𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏 for you and just kind of show you. All right, so now we are on 𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏 here, and this is Pump Vision. So as you're seeing here, or it's really called Neo Vision, but as you can see, all the new coins that are launching on the left side, the ones that are graduating in the middle, which means they're migrating their liquidity to, or they're about to graduate. They're about to migrate their liquidity to Raydium, which is where when the real DEX has the liquidity, that's very bullish for a meme coin. And then on the right side, these are the ones that have already migrated. So what this means, whenever a coin is on the right side, has migrated, and you start seeing that volume go crazy, okay? This is just an example. I do not recommend this coin. It launched 2 minutes ago, and it's $1 million market cap. But XChat, this one here, Let's just click on this one, for example. As you can see here, the volume is crazy. Look how many buys are coming through the door here. If this one was to some reason hit $20-30 million market cap, that's where I would be interested to potentially farm those fees, because then it becomes very PvP. People are going to be taking profits. New buyers are going to be coming in because they want to chase the pump. And that is a great opportunity when that volume is super high and people are PvPing each other potentially to get involved and farm those fees. Because at $1 million market cap, this is a very risky proposition. It could go to zero. You don't want that to happen, because if the position in the meme side goes down, all of a sudden you're accumulating more of the meme coin while it's going down in the pool, and that is not what you want. So we'll go back to last night. Whenever I was looking at this coin, we're going to go to the 5-minute chart here on FAFO. So at the point in time where I decided to start farming this coin was about right here. We were about $45 million market cap. It was during this chop. What time was this last night? About 8:45. Yeah, it was about during this chop, about 45 cents. And I was able to set my parameters correctly and allocate heavier into the SOL side and a little bit less into the FAFO side. But the volatility kept me in the game. So every time I would get heavy FAFO, people would buy it back up. And then every time I got heavy SOL, people started selling FAFO. So I started earning more. And the fees were compounding completely and rapidly at that point in time. So the time in the chart that you really want to capitalize on is this window right here. Now, I'm not trying to measure gains, because that's not what this is about, but this is more about the range that I would be farming this in. And honestly, I would do it much more tighter than that, considering I entered about here. This time period here was about the range that I farmed it. I was about completely out of this position last night when the market started just dumping everything. And even a meme coin with 45 million up to $72 million market cap at one point last night, even though this had such strong momentum, it's not going to escape a market dip just because it's a hot launch yesterday. So during this little range for about 2.5, 3 hours, almost 4, it was basically 4 hours here. So 4 hours in this pool, I farmed this range very nicely, because you don't want to get involved here, because then you're just going to continue to have your FAFO side liquidated into Solana. But you also don't want to get in here, because then your Solana is going to get liquidated into FAFO, and you're also going to be losing liquidity because FAFO is going down. So you want to trade these choppy time periods in the Meteora pool, because if I was to look at the volume during this time period, that volume here had to be very heavy, because like I said, everyone is player versus playering each other at this point in time to see where the chart's going to go next. People are taking profits. People are trying to hold the chart up. Some people are just getting in because they think it's going to go higher. So that would be like the perfect point of a new launch meme coin that I would be looking to isolate. I've done this on coins like 𝗓𝗪𝗏, MLG, FWOG. There was like a FICO or something like that. I did it with FAFO. I did it with Trump. I did not do it with Melania. I did it with Pengu. There's so many new launch opportunities with high volumes. It's almost an undeniable proposition. And if you had an airdrop from Pengu, you could go in here, stake Pengu, stake some SOL, make a little bit of money, and then be able to then profit more off of your airdrop, potentially. The one risk is the volatility of meme coins. But that's the way I play it. Like, I'll look for the runner of the day, as they call it in the meme coin community. Yesterday, it was this coin, FAFO. I'll find the runner of the day that's getting the most volume. Over 24 hours, guys, this coin, as you can see here on the right side, had $428.6 million in volume. That is a perfect coin for me to jump in and be able to take advantage of that volume, okay? And we look at like DeepSeek, right? This one's been hot. This is not the right one. Let me find here. There was one that ran really hard yesterday. I'm not going to look it up at this point in time, but we'll continue to use this as the example. With a coin with this much volume, and then you finally see the chart start to stabilize, I would get in at that point in time, farm fees, and then I get out quickly. Look, my strategy is an in and out. I do not want to sit in this pool to where I'm going to get liquidated one side or the other. And I definitely don't want to sit in this pool for days. I don't do any stable coin. And you can. Look, if you're a safe investor, you want to park some SOL and some USDC, perfectly fine. There's nothing wrong with that. For me, I play the spot pools and I'll allocate it versus if I think it's going to go up, then I'll allocate more into the meme coin side than the SOL side. So then once the meme coin rises, it takes profit for me as it goes. But at the same time, you can come up with your strategy risk adjusted to you. I am a degen and I like farming fees at high clips, high TVLs, and also whenever the volume is the hottest. And I really will say I don't stay in these pools for more than 8 hours at a time. I think 8 hours on a new launch meme coin, you're gonna be able to farm enough fees no matter what your liquidity size is, okay? Like if we just think about it, I was able to farm 6,000 on this coin last night. I was in this pool for 4.5 hours. I had about 16K in this pool. So I'm literally almost made 50% of my liquidity back in 4 hours because the volume was simply so high. This pool alone garnered $72 million in volume and $1.4 million in fees. Obviously, over time, this is gonna dwindle. Like this pool will not be profitable much longer because this coin is probably not gonna be around, past a week because this is just a new launch meme coin. The same thing that happened with Chill Guy, Flog, etc. They have really hot time periods, but these things will dwindle. So I'm a short-term in and out person on these Meteora pools, and that's how I play it. Look, if you feel like you're late on a meme coin, put a position in Meteora, and you're gonna be able to then make some fees on the side. And then whenever you're ready, you feel comfortable about it, you see the volume start to taper off, or the price action's getting a little bit one-sided, get out of the position. And at the end of the day, it's all about SOL, okay? The one thing I can tell you is it's all about the amount of Solana you come in with and you leave with, okay? So let me just give you, it's simple mathematics, but let me just give you the easy example. All right, so I pulled up my drawing board here. We're gonna see my art skills, but let's just say you have, text. No, I want to draw, show my illustrations here. So you have, in total in the position, you wanna do, and I already messed up, we're gonna do 20 SOL, okay? So 20 SOL in your position in total. Let's say you think the meme coin could go up, so you're gonna weigh your position 12 SOL into, let's just say, MLG, and 8 SOL in SOL, okay? So there is your position. You have 12 SOL MLG, just in case it continues to go up. You weighted it here so you can stay in the pool a little longer. Once it DCAs you out, you'll have more SOL. So at the end of the day, when you enter something with 20 SOL, and this is all meme coins, trenches, bullX, no matter what you're doing, at the end of the day, you want to leave this position with more than 20 SOL, okay? So if you sit here for 2 hours, all right, let's just say the TVL's high, volume's high, big volatility, some professional gamer tweets MLG, or FaZe Banks is on another push, Aiden Ross got involved, there was a high volume clip. All of a sudden, you've made a couple SOL in fees over the course of a few hours, just theoretically speaking. But at the end of the day, now that MLG has gone up, you're only looking at 4 SOL here, but maybe you have 15 SOL here. A little bit of impermanent loss, maybe just the position here is going crazy. So you've lost 8 SOL of MLG, but it's transferred over here to SOL. But let's just say you have 1 SOL of loss during this time period in liquidity. Just a example purposes, worst case scenario. But at the same time, you have earned plus 2.2 SOL. All right. At the end of the day, all you need to judge yourself on is if I'm going in with 20 SOL, what am I leaving with? So at that example right there, you're still leaving with 21.2 SOL. And I literally took a SOL off as if your position would have lost a SOL just because of impermanent loss, liquidity, volatility, etc. As long as you leave here with more Solana than you came to the casino, it's the same thing as a casino, right? People always call it the meme casino, but that's exactly what it is. And at the end of the day, you need to judge all of your meme coin trades At the end of the day, if your Sol wallet has more Solana in it than you started the day, that is how you judge wins and losses in this. That is just point blank. And I wouldn't say I wouldn't use USDC. I don't think that's the best judge of this. Use Solana, know a base amount that you're willing to risk in any given liquidity pool, and as long as after you're done, you're coming out with more Sol than you started, that is how you judge wins in these types of scenarios. And there's also an honorable mention here with the meme platform. So I have talked about 𝗵𝗃. Maybe you don't want to stomach the impermanent loss, and I get it. It's tricky. Like, oh, Hustle said many times you could get liquidated, but you're not getting liquidated, but one side of your position can get heavier than the other, or it will all DCA out into the other side. So there are risks to these types of pools here with, any given meme coin and any LP. You could lose coins on the MLG side, or you could lose coins on Solana side. They're all farming you fees, but there is a way to lose part of your position on one side of the other. So if you don't want to deal with all the complications, there's not as much upside in this alternative. This is the high upside way to do this. And like I said, I'm high risk tolerance. But if we come over here to 𝗵𝗃 on Meteora's platform, you can actually see they offer 200 pages of meme coins that you can actually jump in and farm fees off of these tokens. So I'm just gonna go to an example one here. This was a recent launch, 𝗖𝗛𝗓𝗢𝗏. It's a GOAT index token. As you can see here, I have about 630,000 tokens staked, and this is one-sided staking. This is not LPs. There's no impermanent loss here, okay? Only the volatility of your asset is what could change. But every single day, this earns me $70. We go back here, we have my 𝗵𝗃. I'm staking as well about 282,000 tokens. I'm earning $16 a day here. So that's about what, $85 a day. And then on Pump AI, I think I'm literally earning like $2 a day. But at the same time, if you just are holding bags and you want to put them to work in the meme coin space on Solana, this is a way to do it as well. That's paying out rewards off the volume, just like Meteora is, but this is one-sided, so there's less impermanent loss risk. So I know that was a lot. Maybe you need to jump down below, ask some questions, go play with it yourself. If you have a little bit of a meme coin, if you have some Sol, go check it out for yourself, see how it works. You'll literally understand the functionality of the platform so much better if you just give it a try rather than trying to figure it out, writing it all down on paper. Application and exposure is the best way to learn in these purposes. Just allocate to Solana and go check it out. I guarantee you it's something that's going to pique your interest, especially if you're not someone who's sitting in front of the screen trying to catch. Look, this right here is my ADHD is going crazy. Like, there's so many coins popping around, new launches. It's hard to keep up with. And I'll be honest, I don't catch every meme coin when it launches. But when I see one that is doing well on volume and is at a sturdy market cap, that is the point in time where I'm going to use Meteora to make some money on coins that I feel like I'm a little late on. So guys, like the video down below, subscribe to the channel for more. If y'all want more content on Meteora, meme coins, anything like that, how to make money on these types of coins that are seemingly very hard to get early exposure to, let me know in the comments, like and subscribe, and I'll see you all on the next one. As always, play well, my friends, and of course, stay bullish, my friends. I know it's tough market conditions, but we're gonna make it out of this. All right, peace.